Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by towering mountains, there lived a 24-year-old young man named Marco. Marco was incredibly restless, his mind a constant whirlwind of swirling thoughts. All day long, a barrage of different ideas and worries flooded in and out, leaving him feeling deeply uneasy and utterly exhausted. He was always haunted by sadness over his past mistakes and gripped by anxiety about what the future might hold. These relentless thoughts turned his mind into a raging storm, robbing him of any sense of calm. He struggled to sleep through the nights, and even the simple act of smiling had become a distant memory for him. One fateful day, Marco overheard whispers about a remote village nestled high in the hills. The villagers spoke in hushed tones of a wise old man who resided there, a former renowned psychologist from the bustling city. In his prime, he had guided countless souls through their turmoil, teaching them the art of discovering true inner peace. But now, in his later years, he had forsaken the chaotic rhythm of urban life for the serene embrace of this quiet hamlet, surrounded by the gentle whispers of nature. Occasionally, he would offer gentle counsel to weary travelers who sought him out. A spark of curiosity ignited in Marco's heart, mingled with a fragile thread of hope. He resolved right then that he had to make the journey and seek out this elder. Perhaps, he pondered, this wise soul can finally show me the path to the peace I've been chasing. After enduring many grueling days of arduous and exhausting trek over rugged paths and steep inclines, Marco at last arrived in the hillside village. His eyes fell upon a modest cottage, its walls draped in lush, verdant vines that seemed to breathe with the life of the forest. There, on the weathered porch, sat the old man in tranquil repose, his eyes serenely closed, exuding an aura of profound peace that seemed to radiate from his very being. Gathering his courage, Marco approached and spoke in a soft, tentative voice. "Grandfather, my mind is a tempest of unrest. I cannot quiet the endless stream of thoughts. I long for peace in my heart. Can you possibly help me?" The old man slowly lifted his eyelids and bestowed upon Marco a warm, knowing smile that carried the weight of lifetimes. "Ah, so you seek the elusive gift of peace," he replied with gentle wisdom. "Very well, follow me. I have a simple task for you that may unlock what you desire." He led Marco into his modest garden yard, where he carefully filled a clear glass to its absolute brim with cool, shimmering water. The vessel was so perfectly full that the slightest tremor would send droplets cascading over the edge. Handing it to Marco, the elder instructed, "Now, carry this glass from here all the way to the far edge of the village and return to me. But heed this, you must not allow even a single drop to spill."
Marco's eyes widened in astonishment at the seemingly impossible challenge, yet his determination burned bright. He was eager to prove himself and grasp at any chance for relief. Clutching the glass with reverent care, he began his deliberate walk. The path ahead was a narrow, lively thoroughfare teeming with the village's pulse. Pedestrians strolled leisurely, others hurried past in haste, shopkeepers hawked their wares with animated calls to passers-by, and stray dogs added to the chorus with their spirited barks. Yet Marco remained undistracted, his gaze locked unwaveringly on the fragile cargo in his hands. He advanced with measured, cautious steps, each one a mindful placement on the uneven ground. Villagers paused to watch him with puzzled curiosity, but none interrupted his solemn procession. Instinctively, they sensed he was engaged in a profound lesson of the spirit. At long last, Marco returned to the old man's side, his posture straight with quiet triumph. "Grandfather," he announced breathlessly, "I succeeded." Not a single drop escaped the glass. The elder nodded approvingly, his smile deepening with quiet pride. Then, with a probing gentleness, he inquired, "Well done, my young friend. But tell me, did you notice the joyful children at play along the roadside? Did you catch the lively barks of the dogs echoing through the air?" Marco blinked in genuine surprise, shaking his head. "No, grandfather, I saw nothing of the sort. I heard no sounds at all. My entire world was the glass, and the water it held I focused on nothing else." A soft, enlightening smile graced the old man's lips once more as he placed a reassuring hand on Marco's shoulder. Therein lies the profound secret you've carried within you all along, though you never realized it. When your mind anchors fully in the present moment, it leaves no room for the shadows of fear, the tangles of confusion, or the clutter of unnecessary thoughts. In that walk, your thoughts were singular, safeguarding the water. Your inner storm fell silent. The regrets of yesterday held no power over you, nor did the uncertainties of tomorrow intrude. You simply were fully, peacefully present. In that instant, understanding dawned on Marco like the first light of dawn piercing the night. This was the very peace he had journeyed so far to claim, not a distant treasure hidden in the world, but a quiet sanctuary already blooming within his own heart, awakened only by the choice to dwell in the now.
With deep gratitude, Marco bowed his head and murmured, "Grandfather, it all makes sense now. To soothe my restless mind, I must train it to abide in this very moment. Only then does true, enduring peace reveal itself." The old man offered one final radiant smile as the sun dipped toward the horizon, casting a golden glow that kissed the earth in farewell. Birds wheeled gracefully through the amber sky, winging their way home to cozy nests. Marco turned to begin his return voyage to his own village, but he was no longer the same turbulent soul who had set out. He had been transformed from within, carrying a newfound serenity that settled over him like a soft, protective veil. For now, he held the key to calming the mind, and with it, the promise of lasting tranquility. If you like the story, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories like this one. Thank you for staying with us. See you in the next story with new thoughts and new lessons. Until then, stay well and stay peaceful.